There's our cat, our outdoor cat. He comes here for food and he comes here to sleep on top of those two cat houses out here. And there's my cat. You are such a sweet. Let me pet you. My hand will probably be in. See if I can pet you with that. Oh, there we go. What's that on your side of your face? Is that a cockabur? What is that over there? Well, you're not very photogenic. There you go. That's more photo. Oh, did you meow? Did you do a little meow? I'm not sure. Couldn't hear you. Oops. Aircraft going overhead. Let's see. It's kind of cloudy up there, I think. I can hear it, but I can't see it. We're 5 miles direct from a U.S. Reserve Air Base. The Marine Corps, Air Force, and Navy, you know, they fly their reserve units out of there a lot. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they do it on the same. You know, it seems like maybe 3 days a week, but I don't think that they're confined to, you know, to just, you know, they don't all, like, you know, the Navy doesn't fly on a Monday, and there's but I've got my ham radio license expired. I couldn't figure out how, after 7 years, to go in and renew it. I couldn't figure it out, so I've given up on amateur radio. But I still have the radio. I can't transmit, but I can, you know, listen. So I could pick up the, you know, transmissions, and we could figure out which. But really, the military, from what I've heard over the years, you know, on the aircraft and that type of stuff, they transmit pretty, you know, they don't spend a lot of time talking. I guess when you're going as fast as they're going, you know, you make it fast. The cat's still laying on top of that. Wish we could, you know, we feed him, and we give him, you know, the dry food, and we give him some good food, and but I wish we could find him a nice home. My daughter Hillary has found, you know, numerous cats, stray cats. She's found them good homes. The last one was, I think, there's the mailman. Huh. Usually the mailman just goes, well, as far as I know, must be a special package or something. You know, just usually goes to the mailboxes down there, and let's have. I'm not expecting anything. Huh. Like I said, I think that was the previous video. Maybe I'll splice those two together. I just ordered 2 books on this cell phone. What is it? Galaxy X10 Plus, is that it? I can't even remember. No wonder I can't figure out how to do anything, you know, do anything. I actually worked a long time ago. I got hired in as a career clerk for the post office department. And let's see, 2, 4, I think I stayed about 6 weeks, and they couldn't believe, I said, I'm quitting. This is a career civil service appointment. You don't want to do that. I said, yes, I do want to do that. And yeah, I didn't like it, but it was a stupid thing to do, really, because in 2000, many years later, I did the 2000 census. Every year here in the United States, not every year, every 10 years they're required. Then very few things are in the Constitution of the United States, but one of the things in there is that there will be I forget how they put it, but it's, face-to-face, personal, uh, inventory of people, census, and so they do it every 10 years. And I did the 2000 census, and that year, or that decade or whatever, they had a short form and a long form. Oh God, the long form was a long form, and it was, I forget, it was like 1 in 7 people got the long form. And, but I've mentioned this before in the past in my video someplace or whatever. That made me feel so good about America, about the United States. The people were so good, so wonderful, cooperative, and I had only one person out of everybody that I went to who, like, told me to get the hell off his property and not to come back, and everybody else was 100% cooperative, and it was sort of a redneck area, Cass County, Missouri. Country people, but working people too, and but the people were so nice, and there was white couples that had adopted a child from another country, interracial adoptions. There was just, it made me feel so good about America. And then 10 years later, I think I was in Orlando, I think then Florida, living there, and I didn't do the census because I didn't have a car down there of my own. But I didn't do the census, but that's when it started, that's when there were problems. And then 10 years later, 2020 or whatever, there were problems, a lot of problems with people. I think things had changed from 2000 to 2010 a little bit, and then 2020, and I feel sorry for anybody who would try to do that. I won't be around then, I don't think, to do the 2030 census. I think they'll actually change it. There was talk about changing because it is a massive thing to do. Well, we know from the Bible, when Joseph and Mary had to go and do the census, where they had to go back to their home, city or whatever, go back to Bethlehem, I guess, or Judea or wherever it was. But it is so massively expensive, such a gigantic project, and so many people have to be hired, and and you have to get it correct, and so now we know, with statistics and computers and all that kind of stuff, information could be done, probably maybe as good of a job or a better job could be done without having to hire all the people and do everything that has to be done. It could be done, but it says in the Constitution, so it would be, you'd actually have to change the Constitution, and maybe it could be done a little different than changing it. I don't, maybe maybe somebody could write a law and they could say, you know, hey, this is, you know, in 1776 the Constitution, you know, said this, but now, yeah, it's, you know, it's 2030 and we're going to do it this way, you know. Of course, then it would be taken to the Supreme Court, you know. And if you have some judges on there, no, that's what it says. Because you've got like Republican, you know, you got a bunch of people that say, well, the Constitution of the United States, it doesn't mention anything about an income tax. Well, the Constitution of the United States, you know, doesn't mention a lot of stuff. But okay, I think I'm going to end this for now and go in and see if I can figure out how to upload this to my YouTube site, I guess. Thanks for watching.